Silent Hill 2 is a survival horror video game, the second installment in the Silent Hill series. The game was released in September 2001. An extended version of it was released for the Xbox in December of the same year as Silent Hill 2 Restless Dreams in North America and Silent Hill 2 Interferes in Europe, and for the PlayStation 2 in 2002 as Silent Hill 2 Director's Cut, with a port of Director's Cut to Microsoft Windows released in December 2002. While set in the series Multiverse, which consists of reality and an alternate dimension whose form is based on the series' fictional American town, Silent Hill 2 is not a direct sequel to the first Silent Hill game. Instead, it centers on James Sunderland, who enters the town after receiving a letter written by his deceased wife, saying she's waiting for him in their special place, in Silent Hill. Joined by Maria, who strongly resembles her, he searches for her and discovers the truths about her death. Additional material and re-releases in ports included Born from a Wish, a sub-scenario which focuses on Maria before she and James meet. James Sunderland is the protagonist of the main scenario of Silent Hill 2. He comes to the town after receiving a letter from his wife Mary, who died of an illness 3 years ago. While exploring the town, he encounters Maria, who strongly resembles Mary, except for a different personality and clothing. Angela, a 19-year-old runaway on a search for her mother. Eddie and Laura, an 8-year-old who has met and befriended Mary.
Ghost, do I? See? Feel how warm I am?
You're really not Mary.
I told you, I'm Maria.
Sorry. I was confused.
Where are you going?
I'm looking for Mary. Have you seen her?
Didn't you say she died?
Oh yeah, 3 years ago. But I got a letter from her. She said she was waiting in our special place.
And that's here? Anyway, I haven't seen her.
After arriving in Silent Hill, James decides to search a local park, where he meets Maria, who claims that she has never met or seen Mary. And she is scared. He allows her to follow him. While looking for Laura inside a hospital, James and Maria are ambushed by a monster, Pyramid Head, and Maria is killed by him, just as James escapes. He resumes his task of finding Mary and chooses to search a local hotel where he and Mary spend their vacation on. On the way, James finds Maria alive and unharmed in a locked room. She claims ignorance to the previous encounter and discusses elements of James and Mary's past that only Mary would know. James then sets off to find a way to release Maria from the room and eventually returns to find her dead again. Later on, he rescues Angela from a monster. She confesses that her father used to sexually abuse her, and a newspaper clipping James can find implies she killed him on self-defense before coming to Silent Hill. He also confronts Eddie, who admits to maiming a bully and killing a dog before fleeing to Silent Hill. Attacked by Eddie, James kills him in self-defense.
Eddie? I killed a human being. A human being. Mary. Did you really die 3 years ago?
At the hotel, James locates a videotape which depicts him killing his dying wife. At this point in the game, the letter from Mary vanishes from the envelope. In another room, a final meeting with Angela sees her giving up on life and unable to cope with her guilt any longer. She walks into a fire and is not seen again. James later encounters 2 Pyramid Heads, along with an alive Maria, who is killed once again. James realizes that Pyramid Head was created because he needed someone to punish him. The envelope from Mary disappears and both Pyramid Heads commit suicide. James heads to the hotel rooftop. Depending on choices made by the player throughout the game, he encounters either Mary or Maria disguised as her. Silent Hill 2 features 6 endings, all presented as equally as possible. In Leave, James has one last meeting with Mary, reads her letter, and leaves the town with Laura, while in Water sees James commit suicide. In Rebirth, James plans to resurrect Mary using objects collected throughout the game. The Maria ending sees Mary as the woman on the rooftop who has not forgiven James for killing her. After her defeat, James dismisses her as an hallucination and then leaves the town with an alive Maria, who starts coughing. The other two are joke endings available on replay games. In the first, called Dog, James discovers that a dog has apparently been controlling all the events of the game. In the second, sees James be abducted by extraterrestrials with the help of the first game's protagonist, Harry Mason. Born from a Wish is a side story scenario in the special editions and re-releases of the game, in which the player takes control of Maria shortly before she and James meet at Silent Hill. After waking up in a town with a gun and contemplating suicide, she resolves to find someone. She eventually encounters a local mansion where she hears the voice of its owner, Ernest Baldwin. Ernest refuses to let Maria into the room where he is and will only talk to her through its closed door. After Maria completes tasks for him, Ernest warns her about James, who he describes as a bad man. After Maria opens the door to Ernest's room and finds it empty, she leaves the mansion, and at the conclusion of the scenario, Maria contemplates suicide once again, but ultimately resolves to find James.
James.